Well, hello everyone. Depending on how I put videos up, maybe the last time y'all saw me put up any videos was when I was cleaning the boat up and bringing her back into shape to bringing it back into shape to where I could put it on the water. And got to the point to where I'm done with what I could do there. Now you can notice there's some poles standing up, and I've always had a design in my mind of how I wanted to put a cover on the top of this. Now before I go into everything, I'm gonna go into a little backstory for some things that might explain a little bit why, no one ever on my YouTube channel ever heard me talk about a boat or anything. I mean, I did have a soft shell crab video. It's like over an hour long if anyone wanted to watch. Actually, I got a lot of views on that video, but it's way back in the past. But before I ever did any learning homesteading, I used to do a lot of fishing, and I do all kinds of things when it concerns fishing. I was shrimping, crabbing, fishing, hooking line, anything with water, crawfish nets, set nets, baskets. I used to do pillow traps, I do anything with fishing and hunting. And when my daughter was born, I still kept doing it, but down here in the South, public schools are pretty crappy, so I needed to make some extra money to help get my daughter through better schools. And I was able to start commercial crab fishing, and in doing commercial crab fishing, I was pretty much able to make enough side hustle cash to put her through private schools. Now, that only lasted for so long, because eventually I needed to put my role as part of the chauffeuring her around to maximum, and I just had to back off on that, and then had to rely on making overtime and working hours at my regular job. And that's just, oh my God, everybody knows working hours at a regular job will just drive you insane. It's like Groundhog's Day. And I always wanted to be my own person. Well, this is where I started wanting to do things like commercial crab fishing, but you can't really make a living as a crab fisherman out here. You can, you can, but it's hard. And it's no way to raise a family anymore. It used to be, but it really isn't anymore. There's no health. It's a lot of hurt. I got hurt a lot. I got cut up a lot. Sometimes you're at the mercy of the wind, the weather. There's a lot of variables involved in it. But and on the scale I was doing it, it was real hard to say I was going to make a living at it. All the guys out there always said, man, the way you're going at it, you're going to be doing this full time soon. And I did love it. But I knew that I had to have health care for my daughter, my wife, and I had to have a stable income, so, I always knew a paycheck was coming. So I did that. Well, now my daughter, she's an adult, and I haven't given up on her. I'm still helping her out and helping her find her way, but things have gotten easier with the course of time on this. And so these crab traps, they come with us from our other house, and this isn't all of them. God, you can see they're falling apart. I need to put these weights. These are rebar, and you use that to weight them down. I lost a lot of them. Some of them are laying on the ground. I need to refit these traps. I need to re-outfit these traps. Some of these ropes are still good, but see, the corks are gone. For some reason, possums and raccoons like to eat styrofoam, and they ate the styrofoam corks. So you can see on the ground, there's one. See how they ate it? Well, See how the styrofoam's on it? They ate the cork. I didn't expect that to happen. Now, they didn't like these kind of corks, and some of them, that's still good enough. I can still use that, but you can see where they were nipping and gnawing on it and eating it. And so some of them still have a couple corks like this. Look, I don't know how to, that one right there is probably gone, shot. I'm gonna just have to buy new corks for them. And then I'm gonna have to patch some of these. They're in bad shape. You can see where I made patches in the past. You know, these start to rot. They don't last forever. And that's another, the initial cost of getting into here. Each one of these traps outfitted was about $35 to $45 at the time when I did it. Now it's about $45 to $50 now. And I was running 120 traps. And I still have, out of that 120, after hurricanes and loss and theft and, you know, stuff like that, I still have about 70 traps. I got about 20 to 25 functional ones here after I do patchwork on them and get them to back. You can see how torn up these traps are. See how, but they'll still catch a crab or two if I patch them. And you just got to see if they're beyond repair or if you can still repair them. And so I'm gonna start crabbing again, but I gotta get these outfitted and then get the time, get them out in the water. It's always a choice. It's not easy to get started back up. And I got about 45 more traps up at the other place where our other land. I'm gonna have to get them and bring them. So I'm gonna set them out. And then over here, I don't have the trawls over here. I got the trawls packed away tightly because you don't leave trawls out. If you leave trawls out, everything eats and gnaws on your trawl. This is an old picking box that my father-in-law gave me. I don't know if I'm gonna use. I don't think I'm gonna use this as a picking box. If I do, I'm gonna cut it in half and only use half of it. But here's some boards. I got boards here. I got 2 sets of trawling boards here that I'm gonna use for shrimping. And that's a barrel you use for shrimping. And I just have some miscellaneous stuff right there that's going to be used for trawling and shrimping. And I should be able to be getting into that. The shrimp are running this year. Let me tell you a little bit quick about this. The shrimp in Louisiana this year are the best it's ever been, ever in modern memory. And what guys say, the best ever in decades. I remember when we first started shrimping, it was decent, but you could never make any real amounts of money on it. Well, now the people are catching shrimp like they ain't never caught before, and guess what? They can't make any money on it. And you want to know why? Well, because our genius government decided to import over 3.2 billion pounds of shrimp so they could buy it from other countries to help them out by buying their product. And you know what our usage in America of shrimp is a year? It's about, I don't know, let's just go on the high end, 2 billion pounds. So they went over 1 billion pounds of shrimp more bought by our government, by our tax dollars. Now, every shrimp facility in this country is full up with shrimp, so they can't even buy the shrimp from our shrimp fishermen and bring them to the dock. So our shrimp fishermen are relegated to trying to sell their catch to their neighbors and people around them because the dock won't even buy them. And if they do buy them, it's less than $1 a pound for shrimp they're selling for $12 a pound. It makes our government screws our own citizenry so much. There's no conspiracy theories here. There's only fact, and it's conspiracy fact. They make these deals. These politicians broker these deals with other politicians in other countries, in other cities, in other states, and screw us over so they can each give each other kickbacks. I'll buy from, like, say they buying from Vietnam. So they buy all the shrimp from Vietnam. The guys use all that extra money they get, and they buy something from the United States that these senators are selling. Some straw company that these senators have that they're selling something from, and they just buy back from each other. And that's how they kick the money back to themselves. But anyway, I don't want to get on that too much. Anybody, we all know. So I have 3 trawl nets, about 70 traps left. I really want to buy some more traps, but I'm just going to run the ones I got and see how things go. I'm going to try and set up to where I can sell shrimp and crabs over here at the house to the rural countryside over here. People love their shrimp and crabs and all of that over here, and I'm going to do some soft shell. So people are going to love that. And I should be able to sell some. Now, another thing I'm getting ready to do is what I'm going to set this boat up to where I can shrimp, crab, and sport fish out of it. I'm going to turn this into a 3-way boat. This boat is going to be able to be a convertible and be used in 3 ways efficiently. And in doing that, I've always wanted to be my own boss. So I'm going to go out on a limb and try and start doing a online tackle store. And not only tackle, but that's why I repurposed the name of the channel, the shop, Southern Homestead Outdoors and Prepping. I'm going to start trying to sell items online. I'm going to start with tackle, fishing tackle, and then I'm going to branch out to items for homesteading, outdoors, and prepping. And hopefully I can build a quality business, something that I can make a good financial income on, and maybe even become 100% dedicated to that and build a business that I've always wanted to do. I always said I was going to wait till my daughter was out of the need to have, like, she still needs me, but I raise her to an adult before I roll the dice on my own business like this. And I'm here, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and give it a try and see if I can make it happen. I'm so excited about it. I'm gung-ho. I hope y'all follow along, the people who've been here. And I'm hoping when I start making these videos of me going out and doing the stuff that I'm hoping and planning to do, that's the plan. You know, plans are one thing, actions are another. Let's see if I can get it done. I hope I can have a new base of subscribers come on. I can't wait. The next phase, y'all see how I did this? I had this aluminum work done right here. The next phase of the aluminum work it's already half paid for. I paid him half the price of it so he could get the product. And he's going to bring in the aluminum, and I'm going to make 2 rod boxes. Basically a rod box and a storage box, but it's both called rod boxes. I want to make it to where the whole deck can be covered, or I'm going to have a removable decking that I could take out or just fold over, and that way I can have a trough to work in if I'm doing traps or doing shrimping and trawling, and I can do that. I'll have it covered all the way when I'm shrimping and crabbing, but when I'm fishing I can take these poles out, and these can stay if they want to, and I can have a covered area where shade will be provided, and 3 people can fish on the deck of this boat. We used to fish 3 people up on just the deck right there. That's pretty big area. But and then if I want to fish someone in the back, we can always take the whole back canopy down and just stow it away. And then if it gets too hot, I love it to be where it'll be a convertible. I can always real quick put the cover back up, and I want it to be able to be put up and taken down in less than 5 minutes. So one thing the welder did, he put those little flags on upside down. I need to get that. They need to be flipped over. When I told him how I wanted, he put them on. So he's gonna have to cut them off and then flip them over and then put a little square peg on the top. He didn't understand, I guess, how I wanted that. But anyway, that'll be done when I got to bring the boat for him probably within a week or 2 to get the next, and hopefully I'll be on the water by the end of this month, which is October, and this is the best time to fish, and the shrimping is off the chain right now, so I'd like to go shrimping. Like to get my crab traps out. The winter's the fun time to do everything. So, and then when coming in the spring, boy, you really see it bust loose out here. So I'm hoping soon y'all will be seeing what the dream of this station, what this channel is to become. And I hope y'all can follow along and enjoy some good fishing, shrimping, Louisiana, southern sportsman stuff. I'm even gonna do some hunting, some shooting activities. I'm gonna turn it into the true outdoors, the true homesteading, the true prepping, all mixed together that I do in my life, how I do it, how I've always wanted to do it. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.